You may not want to say it that way, but that's the attitude you got to have. You got to remember that they probably are letting bitches in that weigh your weight at your height. Every day they're letting them in. They have to. You know, they have to keep their woman quota up. But they don't have to keep their man quota up because they got plenty of men signing up, so they can be more picky. Are you trying to sign up for a certain MOS, or do you not even get that far?
25 Bravo,
What is that?
which is a computer technician.
Huh. Why would they fucking care how much you weigh as a computer technician?
That's what I was.
I don't know. I mean, when I went down to MEPS, they drew blood, you know, I'm perfectly healthy, perfectly clean. Like, I've been underweight my whole life, you know. The doctor's records show it, that I have been underweight my whole life. And I tried telling the doctor that, and he's like, alright, well, we're going to measure you by your BMI, and if that's not up to par, then I can't let you in. I'm like, well, I know it's not going to be up to par because the body mass index, you know, that now you're talking about me gaining more weight in order to match the BMI.
How many inches is 5'7"?
67.
All right. Huh. Well, that's the same for females. The minimum weight for females, and you're 18,
Yeah.
is 121 pounds. All right, so they're not discriminating. That would have been a bad fucking position to take. All right, let's see. I was 72 inches is what I was. The maximum was 189. I was under that. Oh wow, they have a really narrow fucking weight thing at my height. When I went in 140 to 184, that's just 40 pounds. So, and you weigh how much?
108.
Okay. So,
Haven't gone past 112. That's the highest I've ever been. So.
my suggestion to you is there's a book called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. Maybe they even have maybe it's on tape or MP3. You could download it. I don't know. Anyway, you can find a way to bulk up if that's what you want, even if it's just to bulk up enough to get in. Eat Right for Your Blood Type it teaches you the kinds of foods that are good for you based on your blood type. I have O negative blood type, and I eat a lot of shit. Like basically, I can just eat meat and a few other things, and that's a good diet for me. And anything else like breads, any kind of bread, any kind of processed food, it just makes me sicker than a dog. Anyway, so do you know your blood type by chance?
No.
Okay. All right. So I heard what you said. You know, you've been underweight your whole life. Don't think about it like that. You're at the perfect weight for your body. Maybe your metabolism is faster than other people your size, but what they really mean when they say you're underweight is that you're underweight based on some fucking average. Don't let them mind fuck you. There's nothing wrong with you at all. If you're healthy and your body functions properly, you're at the perfect weight for whatever your system's doing. If your metabolism happens to high, well, there are advantages to that, and you can utilize those advantages. So you can figure out why you don't bulk up like your peers do. But what you really need to discover is what the advantages are of that, how you can benefit from it, what resources you can access, and how you can have an advantage over your peers by that being the case. Yeah, there's lots of things you could do. So the doctor's talking about a waiver, but there are other ways to get waivers besides the doctors. If you've got something to offer the U.S. Armed Services, someone will tell that fucking doctor to let you in, and that'll be the done deal, and it will have nothing to do with medical. It'll have nothing to do with it. So, go fucking ace the ASVAB. Go someplace where you can officially qualify for fucking sniper, for a marksman before you even join. Take them a whole bunch of reasons to let you in, and they'll let you in. Even if it's just one good reason. You don't need to wait for the doctor to give you permission.
I don't know if this helps or not, but I'm an Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts. I've staffed at a camping area and helped track down a lost scout. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and it's bad that they don't ask, for a resume.
Well, the fact that you're an Eagle Scout is huge. Very few people ever become Eagle Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts.
2%, or 3% of all Boy Scouts, and then
Yes.
2% of the Eagle Scouts have gone Tiger through Eagle, which is the very beginning to the very end. And, I've gone Tiger to, yeah.
And then there's also, isn't there also something after Eagle Scout, like a Pathfinder or something like that?
Palms?
What's it called?
Palms?
What is that?
That's an award you get after Eagle Scout. They're called
There's, I thought there was Path. Maybe that's in the military. I can't remember what that was. I thought there was something after Eagle.
Pathfinder, I think, yeah, that's like military, Navajo, and
Something, but yeah, well, it's so. You know that. So okay, you're in Nevada. You
Yeah.
matter. Okay. So what you need to do? You need to go make some friends. You need to go find somebody to you in the fucking and say, hey, look, I'm a little on, and maybe that'll maybe, but all I'm going to do is use it to my advantage. So you want to be a computer technician. Have you ever thought about doing something more combat oriented?
I've thought about it,
And
and I don't think I'd fit in.
what does that mean?
Like, I don't think I'd do well with it because.
In what way?
In what way? Because,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that.
like, I don't know, but like, when I go to places, right, and things start happening, like I was at the Greek festival, for God's sakes, right? This man behind me, he's sitting down, right? I turn around, I'm trying to eat my food, and the guy behind me has a seizure and falls on me, and I freak out, like,
A little
I don't
bitch.
know. Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
So you're high strung and you're concerned that you won't be able to endure the shocks and surprises that combat offers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I guess I can respect that. So what about this then? There's lots of ways you can be part of the combat community without actually being in combat. For instance, probably one of the most interesting paths you could ever take in the military would be like a combat medic. Now, of course, go ahead.
I've thought about that one,
Okay,
and I don't know how I react to blood yet.
I see.
I haven't seen that, and I haven't.
well,
been around
maybe
that.
I'm wrong then. Maybe you would be better off being a clerk. But my bad.
Flying a desk job, yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be a desk job. It could be a field job. You can build shit. There's tons of things. You could be a mechanic or an on the helicopter crew member of different helicopters that the Army has and stuff. There's all kinds of shit you could do. You know that you could you could be there are MOSs that have to do with military intelligence and with
Yeah.
with psychology and
There's
stuff like that.
linguistics and all that kind of stuff.
Well, listen, if you could do the linguistics thing, you would be doing yourself and your country a big favor. You could come out of that and have any job in the world. You could work at embassies. You could work as translators in the private sector once you're done for wealthy people that need someone to translate that language. It's a kind of a. Although I will say, if you can get over the blood thing, getting a degree as a nurse, having the military pay for you to become a nurse, or however that works, a 4-year nursing degree as a guy, a male nurse. Are you gay?
No.
Okay, well, so you will have more pussy than you will ever be able to imagine fucking the nursing program. I was in the nursing program when I lived in New York City. Is someone sneaking up to the helicopter? Is someone
Yeah, that's
sneaking
me.
Okay, you were about to get shot. So, yeah, I was. There were 2 guys in the nursing program when I was in college in New York City, and the other dude was gay. And so I tutored those girls. Bless their hearts, they were pretty and dumb. I tutored like 5 or 6 nurses in nursing school every day for $20 each an hour. So I'd make like $100 or $150 a day going to school tutoring chicks, and then I go to class, and all that shit was easy to me. And then if I hadn't had a girlfriend, I would have been fucking about half of them. It was unbelievable. Nursing school was great. Anyway, it's maybe the computer thing is the way to go. That would be interesting.
I
They didn't,
mean,
that wasn't really an option when I.
seeing how the communities, or not the community, the world and technology and all that kind of stuff is going. I mean, learning about computers and how to set up networks like off of what you got, and like how to do all this other stuff with like computers that are like vital for like information. Like this game is passing information through a database. It's got to get help somewhere. And like being able to set up one of those and with like freaking wire and maybe a
So
radio or something like
so
that.
pause for a second. You're correct, and I'm a techie, so I know all about that. Here's what I want to tell you about the military. If you get in, once you get in, they will send you to school after school after school if you're willing to sign up for it. The best way to see the Army is to just keep volunteering for everything that comes up. If they say, hey, we need someone to do lifeguard training, raise your hand.
I already
But-
have lifeguard training.
Well, I'm trying to teach you something about how the military functions. If they offer lifeguard, raise your hand, and so you spend the next 6 weeks working at a pool instead of cleaning a weapon or blowing out dust behind a computer or whatever your MOS requires you to do every day, because it can be a real grind. So let's say you do the computer thing. There'll be lots of opportunities to do all kinds of other stuff, jump out of airplanes, work on radar. You just need to find them and sign up for them. And the Army will send you there and let you learn that, because the more they train you, the more valuable you become to them and the
Yeah.
more opportunities you create for yourself. So yeah, anyway, I wish you the best of luck. And if you're serious about, I think the challenge you might find, one of the reasons you may be getting this resistance about your weight, is that maybe they already have a line that's way too long for people who want to do the computers. So another approach to that might be to find some MOS that they have a hard time finding, or an MOS that you could actually, another way you could benefit. And then once you get in there, see if you can cross train. See if you can say, I'd like to have a secondary MOS and I'd like to do the computer thing. Oh, well, great. You're already in. We've already trained you. We've already paid for all your, blah, blah, blah. Sure. Come on over. We happen to need somebody who's small enough to fit in the air ducts and do this job. Yeah.
But here's the thing, like they don't resistance from the doctors. That's before you tell them what OS you want and what kind of stuff you want. All that stuff happens before.
I see.
So
So
you
the
have
first
an
step,
opportunity.
I thought the first step was for the Army recruiter to entice you, like signing up, and then find an MOS qualified for it. That's not the first step.
No, that's the first step. But like when going through MEPS, they
Yeah.
don't care what MOS you're doing.
You
They're-
say that, but I think that now you're actually making my point. They already know. And so how do you think that works? Let's say that they need more cooks, right? They're low on their quota for cooks this month. You think they're going to tell some skinny motherfucker he can't join the Army and he wants to be a cook, and they know that? Those doctors know. They know what your MOS is. And maybe they aren't selected based on that, but maybe they are. I don't know the answer to that question. So let's look it up.
Alright, I think I'm gonna head off.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to me about it, and I hope I'm trying to encourage you. I hope I
Yeah,
help.
yeah.
I'm certainly not trying to.
I don't know,
And-
like, because we have Microsoft here, and like, I also have my foot in the door for becoming a sheriff. I have my foot in the door for a lot of things, but a lot of this stuff I gotta wait till I'm 21. The National Guard, to me, would have been a stepping stone to pay for education, to pay for all this kind of stuff. And I would have used them, pretty much, like. I don't know. That's just. Know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I would love to serve this country, but there's more than one way to serve. No.
Absolutely, and that's a good attitude. You know, if the military is not your be all end all dream, then good for you. I think you have a good attitude. Hey Matt, what are you doing?
Picking up cards, random cards.
So I'm here sitting here fucking staring at trees, and I've been doing this for 30 minutes for no reason at all.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
Alright.
Peace.
See you later, guys.
Nice talking to you.
Alright, see you guys.
User disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, I'll head back here in a minute after this car.
I wonder where the Humvees, the armored Humvees spawn at.
There's I think there's one at Novilog.
Where? On Novi Log?
Yeah, I don't know exactly where, but I know there's one that spawns there. It's a real nice one with like the